And welcome back to part 4 of What If Cell Turned Good. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, unfortunately, Cell bit off literally a little bit more than he could chew when he absorbed some of Majin Buu. This resulted in Babidi being able to influence the parts of Buu that had been integrated into Cell to be able to put the Majin spell on him. Otherwise, I think this version of Cell would not have been able to succumb to the Majin spell. And Buu and Babidi have hightailed it out of there, so Buu can recover. Buu's now actually legitimately lost power. This isn't like ripping or destroying Buu and he can just reassemble. Buu was digested and pretty much assimilated into Cell's being. Buu has permanently lost some power unless he's able to regain it, which he can do by eating enough people. Meanwhile, Cell is finally just standing, just standing, just looking at the sky. Now, how strong is Majin Cell? Honestly, it's impossible to really say. There has been no... I'm going to do a quick Google. I meant to do it before I started the video, but quick Google. How strong is the Majin boost? How strong is the Majin boost? Ooh, that is an actual Google question. The Majin Buu proves to be powerful enough. That's not the question. That's you sons of bitches. That's not what. How strong is the Majin boost? Not Buu. Boost. There you go. How strong is the Majin mind control power boost? Okay, there is no real clear-cut answer to this, but it's let's see here. Majin doesn't. Okay, let's go. Well, we'll see what Reddit has to say, because there's also Quora, which doesn't really seem to be giving a proper answer. Reddit is just going to be people's opinions, but we'll see what Reddit has to say real quick. Majin 2, we know Vegeta and Majin Super Saiyan 2 before Majin, but he still needed to be on par with Goku, who had such a mastery over it, he'd be able to become a Super Saiyan 3. We know Majin does give a boost because of Spopovich and Yamu. Majin Vegeta says that Goku is stronger than Gohan was against Cell, which can also be applied to himself since they were nigh even in this match. However, his wording, something like, well done, you're actually stronger than your son against Cell, implies that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan against Cell is still somewhat comparable. Well done. In surpassing Team, it's basically he's in surpassing Team Super Saiyan 2 was still a good accomplishment. What? That wording's terrible. So there doesn't seem to be, again, it doesn't really seem to be a set standard. What I think it does, it doesn't even seem to be like a real multiplier. It seems to be more like an addition, because we know that the gap between Goku and Vegeta probably wasn't huge, but it was enough that Vegeta noticed it and pissed him off. Here, I'll say this. I already put him well above Buu at this point when he absorbed Buu. I'll put him even a little farther beyond that now, which I don't have to, which means he's probably now at least twice as strong as the strongest member of the group, which here would most likely be Goku. And so Cell is still floating. But there's a catch. There is a catch here. And that is the fact that just because you have the Majin symbol doesn't mean you have to obey. It means you are influenced, and unless you have a strong enough will be commanded to do things. But we saw Yamu and Spopovich, they didn't even, or any of the other fighters he had there, they didn't even really try. They were all more than happy to do what they want. But someone with enough willpower, or just a stronger key or level of power anyway, can resist this ability to a certain degree. So we see this with Vegeta specifically, but that's because he was fueled by anger and rage and pride. Cell doesn't quite have that, but Cell is also not the same type of being as the rest of them. So I would imagine that while he's certainly not, that's the best way to put it, he's under Babidi's influence, but he's able to maintain at least enough of his wherewithal to kind of understand things and to hold himself back in the right way. I'll get to that in a second. So Cell's like, at first he's like, I'm okay. I don't know what this is. It's increased my power. I can feel his influence, but I will not let him control me. But and at first, like, great, all right, you're still with us, Cell. It's like, yes, but Shin isn't so convinced, and neither is Piccolo for that matter, or even Vegeta. Gohan and Goku are fine, but it's more because Shin knows Bobby's tactics, and Piccolo's like, something's off with his energy. But this being, he's too powerful. This Buu, he really is too powerful. Even absorbing some of him into my being, it's only it won't last forever. If I'm to completely override Bobby's influence, I'll have to get stronger. I said, well, we can figure it out. We can all work together. No, it won't work. His abilities are too unique. There's only one method. I must find 18 and 17. I must become perfect. It's the only way. In that way, I'll be able to defeat Buu once and for all, single-handedly. I will protect this world. I will make... no matter what. They're all like, wait, no, hold on. No, you promised that you weren't going to do it. And you've been keeping that promise for 7 long years. And, you've left them alone, but you've been doing good. That's not the way we should be doing this. We don't have time to argue. We must find them. Piccolo, you know where they are. Then they would know where they are. And he tries to go, and then Piccolo's like, you're not going anywhere. So, why are you getting in my way, Piccolo? Don't make me hurt you. So you threaten me. That's not the Cell I've come to know. The Cell I've come to know is a good guy, is a good person. Is a good person who just wants to be a part of this world. Wants to be a part of his sibling. Wants to be a part of this world and part of his family. He doesn't want to try to just eat them so he can gain power and some lame excuse to protect him. It's basically kind of like the curse, right? That marks influencing your decision making. You're perfectly clear, Piccolo. I'll give you one last warning. Stay out of my way. Move, or you'll be moved. And then at that point, everyone there is, Cell's under the influence, and so he's under the influence. Man, get out of the way, Piccolo. I can fly, drink and fly at the same time. So. Piccolo, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, they all go up there, transform. So you're all against me after all. Of course it would be like this. You've never fully accepted me. That's why I live alone on that lookout. Away from humanity, when all I want to do is now be a part of it. You think I'm nothing more than the monster that Jerome made me to be? Well, if that's the case, I'll show you a monster! And he just powers up, and they just starts cleaving through them, because at this point, he dwarfs their power. He dwarfs Boo's power at this point. Just cleaving right through them. They grab his tail, it's like, no! So your men just swing him to you. Cell Flare, close your eyes! Shin gets the eyeful. And they power close their eyes. Solar Flare goes, I should have seen that coming. But they're beating on him as best they can. But he's too strong at this point for them. And but Piccolo is noticing something. He's like, there's no way we can beat him. Even Goku, he's twice as strong as Goku, for God's sake. Yet, it's almost like he's still holding back. He's not even attempting to absorb us. No, he's just trying to go through us. That means the Cell's still in there somewhere. And they just think, Dundee in his head. Dundee, I need you and Popo to get the Dragon Balls now. I was like, then what's going on? No, we don't have time for this. You can watch. You can see what's going on from the battle, from on the lookout. We need you to get the Dragon Balls now. And so Popo, they're getting their asses kicked at this point. Damn it, can't we just kill this bastard? Even if that would be a good idea. He's too strong. We don't have the firepower. How dare I warned you. Kame, and he's powered up a bit. Hame, and the gun. Hame, motorcycle. And they just beam struggle this shit. And I mean, all of them together can overpower Cell, who then basically says, because Cell has actually said he can do the Spirit Bomb. Apparently. The Kaioken I still think is debatable, but the Spirit Bomb he can do. For their argument's sake, let's say he can do it, and he does do it, but his level of power is so much that he does get like a rupture in his body because of his level of power, and he's not really used to using it. Still, just it's like blows the energy back. They get blasted back. They're hurt, but they're okay overall. Cell's up and just rips off the damaged arms. Let's see, Piccolo, we gotta. All right, summon Shenron up immediately. I have a wish. It's wish. I don't know if it'll work, but we gotta do something. And it's like, what is your curtain wish? Okay, remove the Majin Seal and the Majin Spell from Cell. And now this is the question. Could Cell remove a Majin symbol? Could the Majin effect, we'll call it. Could it remove that magic? This is a tricky topic because there are things we know, limitations we know Shenron has depending on the being. For example, he could not turn the androids back into humans. They were too powerful for him to do that, at least at the time. It's debatable whether or not he could do it now because of just how powerful he's gotten. At this point in time, too, he cannot release the potential of individuals like he did in Dragon Ball Super Hero because then they had to give him an upgrade at that point. Don't worry, I'm going to speed that process along during the time skip. Spoilers, it's going to be the time skip still happens for Super. But so we know that there are just limitations to the wish, what he's capable of doing. So it seems to be as if its power is superseded by whoever the wish is about, he can't do it. However, he's not talking about transforming Cell into a person or something like that. He's talking about removing something placed by someone else. So then the secondary question now, to answer the question, all the questions, is Shenron capable of overriding Babidi's magic? Is Babidi stronger than Shenron in that sense? I'm going to go on a big fat no, he's not stronger than Shenron. There's a lot of things Babidi can do. I don't think he cannot grant immortality as far as we know. He cannot do a lot of the things that Shenron can do. So yes, I do think he can remove the Majin symbol. And so with that wish granted, you see Cell just starts screaming, and the symbol burns off. Babidi can actually even sense it. What was that? Something felt off. Boo's still alive. Boo hungry and tired. Oh, yes, Boo. We'll find something for you to eat. Don't worry. We'll find a bunch of people for you to eat. And so Cell just is like, what? And he kind of just it almost passed up, but he's still flying him in air, nearly falling conscious up. Pick up, Goku. And he just remembers everything because it wasn't like he was like not controlling his actions. He was in control of his actions, more or less. I mean, he was being influenced, but he still had the ability to choose. He's like, I'm sorry, what I did, what I said. Don't worry about it. Just, are you good? I'm fine now, but I can't go. But I'm not going to be. You go find Boo. Well, you can't join us. I can't go near Babidi. I've taken in part of that pink bubblegum's that monster's essence into my body. It increased my strength immensely, but it also gave Babidi the way to influence me. I cannot join you for this. At least not. Although there's maybe something else I can do. But I have because of the magic, I can get a sense of Boo's true intentions. And he looks to Shin. There's still good in him, Shin, but it's being overridden by the amount of evil being pumped into him as well. There may be a way to save the monster, and if not, destroy it. And why should I listen to you? And to which, go on, surprisingly, okay, it's like, hey, he's fine now, okay? Yeah, he got taken over, but we were able to save him, so back off. I'm sorry, you're right. That was unfair. Even good people can be influenced by evil. It's all right. And so he discusses the play briefly with them. He's like, all right, if you're sure about this, all right, we'll get you back to the lookout. And so what they actually decide to do, this is really cool. This is what I think they'll use the second. Well, they do. Well, could they bring? Are they going to use the wish to bring Kibito back? Actually, they all use the wish to bring Kibito back. I changed my mind. They use the second wish to bring back Kibito and anyone else who was killed. And so Kibito's brought back. Kibito, you're okay? Yes. Oh, what's going on? Boo has been released. We must go. We must stop him. We have a plan. And so the remaining of them, Cell's on the lookout, doing something, and Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta are going to try to stop Boo. To which Goku basically just says, instant transmission. Boop, there we are. Shinbi says, I could have done that ourselves if I could just. And Cell's like, really? Oh, okay, but I got us here first. Damn it! Boo's already started trying to get his power back. It's like, I see, Cell. And then your friend wasn't able to stop you. Well, perhaps you might. We know how you'll fare against Boo. How you fared against Boo last time. Even if he is a little weaker now, there's no way you can beat him. Maybe not. And then they just kind of power up, but forgive us for trying. And then the fight goes down. Boo's not handling this fight as well because he's lost a bit of his power. But he's still able to just take those hits. They blast him. He just regenerates. Boo turned you into he just fires the attack. Move! And there, Boo! Turn the kitty! And so, meanwhile, as this has been going on, then they've been working out a plan to use this very specific technique. And so Cell has been having his hands up the entire time. There's a reason I brought the spirit bomb. And he's been forming a spirit bomb this whole time. Now, luckily, it wouldn't have to be as big as the one that killed Kid Buu, because this Majin Buu is just weaker. And the evil's not as strong in him either. So you might say, well, that means you still need a big one because you need more energy. Well, no, you're just going to be burning out all the evil in him, more or less. And keep in mind, there's levels of good in everyone, and that thing can still work. It works depending on how much evil is in you. And unfortunately for Buu, there is still a lot of evil in him. So ultimately, as it stands, Buu could still very much be affected by the spirit bomb in this form, in my opinion. Now, with that said, they're charging up. So basically, eventually says, all right, it's ready. It's like, all right. And then Goku just, because Cell can't instant transmission right now, his hands full. And then, boom, here's from me to you, boom. And then, you again? What is, Now, I'm allowing the spirit bomb to be instant transmissioned with him, but because it's not touching him, I don't know if that would work. In this case, we'll let it work. Just for the sake of fun, just boom, boom, and he, just like with Kid Buu, he's starting to just incinerate, like evaporate. But something is happening while it's going on. It's like if parts of Buu are still being able to kind of like survive to a certain degree, so he's just and then finally just boom, and then Buu gets incinerated while this pink lump just poof kind of falls to the ground and just sort of starts to melt while Bobby's like, what have you done? What have you? She just we'll see what the Galactic Patrol has to say about your crimes, Bobbity. I thank you. I thank you for everything. But they didn't notice. Like, wait, this energy, and they see something in the pink goo. Now, 1 second here. I need to remember who this was. Not to say I don't remember who it was. I don't remember what their designated area was. Let's see here now. Majin Buu, Majin Buu, Majin Buu, Boo, Boo, Boo. Like Spirit Card, Dragon Ball, Mr. Buu. I want. Hold on. There it is. Boo, boo, boo. So out of the goo comes the Grand Supreme Kai. You got the Grand Kai, you got the Supreme Kai, and then you got the Super Kami Guru Kai. Basically, kind of. This was the Kai who he absorbed to turn into Fat Buu. That's the Kai that ultimately was absorbed. And we do learn in the manga that the aspects of this Kai are still around. That he in Buu. It's later shown that that the godly part inherited by Buu made the Majin immune to Moro's magic. However, once Moro had his magic fully restored and absorbed a great deal of Nameki's energy, as well as the Great Supreme Kai's attack, shown to be at a disadvantage due to lacking godly power he once had, since all he had been transferred to Kid Buu. So basically, Supreme Kai was still kind of around in a capacity there. So it could actually stand to reason that this Supreme Kai, this Grand Supreme Kai, could actually still exist in Fat Buu. So he's there, and he's just, Sensei? I think he was his sensei. 1 second. Where, was he a sensei? 10 million years. Grand Supreme Kai lived on the sacred world of the Kais along with 4 other Super Kais. He was a very peace-loving good fellow. And, Galactic Patrol Prison Saga. Nope, that's no, I can't find what his relationship to Shin was, but he was like a mentor kind of figure. And so he says, I want cake. What? Shin? and I don't know if he knows who Kibito is. Let's just say he does. Kibito? What are you looking at? Where Sensei? It's like, whoa, this is just a. And everyone's just like, this is a weird. Even Cell's like, this has been a weird day. And so they give their thanks. The Grand Supreme Kai is back. That's a good question. Do we think what are his actual abilities, real quick? It wasn't a really good question. No one asked it, but I mean, he can do the standard fly key, Kakai. More was a golly power to create a beam, allowing him to seal an opponent's magic. Flame shower breath, energy shield, Kai, ability to teleport anywhere, and destructive grenade. Basically, he's pretty powerful. He does not have the old Kai's ability, sadly, to unleash hidden potential. So there's that, unfortunately. And so the day is saved, but there's one thing to be addressed. Cell we catch sitting at the edge of the lookout, kind of meditating, just sulking, because he said things that admittedly he didn't mean to say, but that doesn't mean they weren't true. While he does appreciate everything that they allowed for him, the life they allowed for him to have, up to date, he does want to be a part of humanity. He does want to be able to experience friendship beyond the few people the people he knows, and even then, he still believes some of them very much see him as a monster, not as a friend, and he still can't blame them 100%. But it's been 7 years, so what are you going to do? Piccolo goes. He's Piccolo, about what I said. No, look, you're talking to a guy who's big, green, with pointed ears and antenna. I get it. True, but between the two of us, which one of us could actually fit into the society? It's not simply humans down there. Anthropomorphic life forms of all kind live down there. But me, I'm more insect than that, more machine than none. I don't belong anywhere. Well, the Dragon Ball offer is always available. We'll have to wait a year or two. Maybe we can get 10 day to upgrade or something like that. I didn't want to take shortcuts, but perhaps. Anyway, and so they do train. They do upgrade Dragon Balls for the time being. Cell still doesn't want to use the Dragon Balls in that way if he has to. Long and short of it, Beerus does eventually wake up. Beats the crap out of Goku training King Kai's planet. He does not have Super Saiyan 3 at this point, nor will he get it. It's just he's going to end up getting Super Saiyan God and Blue anyway. He goes to visit Earth after the fact. They do invite Cell. They do invite Cell over to for Bulma's party, and he's actually enjoying being there, enjoying the company. Should note that I do think Gohan and Pan have gotten Gohan and Videl have gotten together. Granted, Mr. Hercule Satan's probably a bit like, oh my god, what are these fools? Oh, it's got to be all tricks, lots of mirrors. That's what it's got to be. So there is that. That said, when Beerus shows up, at first everything goes fine, and honestly, nothing I think really goes terribly at all. There's no Boo here to steal the pudding. Cell really doesn't eat food actually, so that's a relief for him. But there's not much. I don't even see the whole issue with Bulma slapping Beerus happening, just because of Beerus not starting anything in this case. Ultimately, Goku shows up. They talk about the Super Saiyan God. Use the Dragon Balls to bring the Super Saiyan God there, and Goku and Beerus have their fight. I think Cell, Piccolo, and Vegeta are on some level trying to sense for God Key, which would make sense, especially with Piccolo. Or would Vegeta definitely make sense? Piccolo it would make sense, and Cell because all they really have to do is training a lot of the time. Fight goes down the way you think, end of story. Now, during that time when they sense God Key, and then we know Vegeta and Goku go to train and get Super Saiyan Blue, it's at this point where I think we see a big change up. Piccolo and Cell, despite all their training naturally and getting stronger naturally, and Cell's increased progress and his potential, know now that they're falling kind of to the wayside. Even Gohan's managed to keep up with this training and stayed pretty strong. They at least Cell, I think, is stronger than Gohan, especially with that Boo increase, which probably upped his potential as well. But Piccolo is still pretty close by. He's at least Gohan's level, if not a little stronger. But now with Goku and Vegeta getting God Ki, they know they're training for that and just how powerful that really was. They're like, we're going to fall to the wayside. And they think, wait, Dende, couldn't you unleash our potential like Guru can? Only the oldest of our kind can do that. I'm not experienced enough to do that yet. Only the oldest of our species, our race can. Which really begs the question how old Guru was compared to Kami of all people. And yet Kami at points were dying of natural causes. That's unfortunate. Wait, could Shenron do it? I don't wish to. I've been hesitant about him changing my appearance, but if it will help keep us relevant and help us be able to defend this planet, I'll be more than inclined to use Shenron as a way to help us. And so they do that. They get their potential unlocked, plus a little extra. Now with Piccolo, we know what happens with him. He goes. He's actually now probably stronger than Goku and Vegeta. We're not going to argue the Super Saiyan Blue thing. I don't have the time. We're already 25 minutes in, and I'm still not done with what I've written down so far. I want to at least get to what I've written down so far. I will just say that he is stronger than the Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta right now. But there's also Cell, and this is where this handsome mug comes into play. Because his potential is now fully realized, this causes the physiological change in him. And she's going, what? It's like, and even Shenron's like, it's like, and then he can feel the power. I was like, whoa, his power just went insane. And then standing there is Perfect Cell. Oh, wow, the power, it's incredible. What? Wait. What are you looking at, Piccolo? Wait, why does my voice sound like that? And then he finally looks, and he sees the more humanoid version of himself. Like, dear, look, I didn't ask for this. What happened? And Piccolo is just thinking, like, well, and then Shenron leaves, obviously. It's like, well, you were designed to fuse with the androids. Maybe your appearance is going to change when you merged with them. And because we unleashed all your potential, that means you reached the final the pinnacle of the power you initially would reach. It's like, I see. So that's what it is. Huh. Well, how about that? And Bulma's like comes back, and Bulma gets her wish, and she actually now looks to say, "Oh, not bad." He's like, "Oh, thank you. As a asexual being, I don't know how to take this. I don't quite get it either, but I guess it's a compliment. Well, all right then. Compliment it is. Thank you." And so they train, and during that training, they do unlock Piccolo's orange form. They maybe spend like a day in the hyperbolic time chamber. But not only do they unlock Piccolo's orange form, Cell gets a little something too. Now, Cell's form, I think, you know what, we won't go to Resurrection Up. I think we'll end it here because we're already at 28 minutes. I will talk about the form Cell has. Because this is a weird thing. Because he's got Piccolo in him, which means he'd have the orange Piccolo form. But he's got Frieza in him, which means he should have the golden Frieza form. But he's got Saiyan in him, which means hypothetically he should have either a Super Saiyan, which we just kind of see with the yellow aura sometimes, or a godlike form, but he doesn't have God Ki, so we don't really get that. You could theoretically have like the Berserker form, because he's a hybrid. So what do you do with that form? First off, what does that form look like, and how powerful is it? So if we're going to meld all three together, a golden Frieza, technically there's black Frieza now too, but we'll go golden Frieza just for the sake of easier color palettes, orange Piccolo, and I'm going to go more closer to the beast form on this, not the exact beast form, but something close to that. His eyes would turn red. He's got pink eyes, but his eyes would turn that blood red. And his color would change. I think you could also maybe get like more pointed. His crown might be a little bit more pointed. His wings might... He doesn't need the wings to fly. His wings might turn into like a big shell on his back. His tail pretty much is non-existent. Kind of like a shield on his back. Color-wise, mixing grayish, silver, gold, and... let me see if there's a random color mixer real quick. I'm going to see what the... Random color mixer. Because I'm kind of doing this part out. Color... well, let's see here. Random color generator. Let's see if this works. Mouse gray, random color generator, colors, what does it do? Okay, it's just okay. I don't want I don't want random color generator. I want a color mixer. All right, hold on. Yeah, this is where we're ending it. Me going a lot and trying to mix the color together. Let's see, color mixer. Let's see here. Color, or maybe like a color designer. Okay, so let's see, loading. Okay, all right. Can I just like type in the colors? What is color mixer? How to use it? Cool color mixer, blending. I want to blend tools. User. I just want to be able to mix colors. So let's see if I do that. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Can I add a color? All right. So we're gonna. Okay. Here we go. So let's see if I can find a goldish color. Ooh, that's pretty close to gold. So we're gonna do that one. Confirm. Let's see here now. I want orange. The orange I'm keeping, and that's actually the right orange I want too. So we're gonna do that. Going to take away the yellow, and then we want silver in there. So and then because we're gonna want that 50-50 right now. So there, and we got the silver. That's gonna be the tricky one, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Let's see here. I want something a little bit more akin to silver. Ooh, that's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So the color you would have for Perfect Cell, sorry this took so long, is, okay, 1/3 each. It's kind of a tannish gold. Yeah, it's not that impressive of a color. Long and short of it, it's still kind of a golden cell. It just looks different than, say, Golden Freezes, which is a very metallic gold. This would be a very rustic gold. Something you'd see more like on furniture varnish, basically. But there you go. And maybe his spots could be black or silver in there, too. So, yeah, that's Cell's form. How strong this form is, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching. See you later.